Hello everyone, and thank you very much for joining today's webinar. I'm really excited to go over everything and really get into the details of how to sell Continue to Give, how the sign-up process works, and everything else like that. So thank you very much for joining today's webinar. Once you leave this webinar, you're going to have a clear idea of exactly how to sell Continue to Give, how to be really successful in helping churches and nonprofits while building up your portfolio. So let's take a look at our agenda. First, we're going to be talking about why churches and organizations love Continue to Give. That's going to be some helpful information for you when you're approaching potential clients. Then we're going to take a look at our ISO resource page. It's a really important page for you. After that, we're going to talk about the sales process a little bit, help make sure that you understand how our system works with you in the sales process. Then we'll talk about the sign-up process, and I'll even do a live sign-up demo for you, so you'll get to see exactly what a church should do during the sign-up process. Then we'll talk a little bit about the onboarding process and how a church or nonprofit gets acclimated to our software after they've signed up. We'll talk about ongoing support. And then we'll go over some common questions and answers. Those are really important to help make sure that we wrap everything up and you're all ready to be successful. Continue to Give is highly rated. We have a lot of great reviews. We've been winning a lot of awards, and we've even been working with Visa to expand the charitable giving programs out there. You know that Continue to Give has 6 ways to give. We've got the text giving, the Givers app, the kiosk giving, QR codes. We've got a virtual terminal and online forms. So we make everything really easy for people to give. You've probably already seen this. This is one of the reasons why you're looking to resell Continue to Give. And in case you haven't looked at our church and donor management system, we have a lot of great features in there. Everything from small groups, child check-in, donor management, mass emails, mass texts. We've just got a lot going on there. So that's really going to help you make the sale as well, along with our fund accounting system, which is great because then it's an all-in-one solution. So as you know, we've got great online giving, the whole management system, and a fund accounting system that can get rid of like QuickBooks and everything else they might be using. So before you run out the door and start telling everybody about Continue to Give, let's take a look at the best fit clients. So Continue to Give is really designed for medium-sized churches, anywhere from around 200 to 600 members. Medium-sized nonprofits, anywhere from 3 to 10 staff members. Nonprofits with missionaries. We're one of the only platforms that work with missionaries, so it's really cool how that works out. So if you know any missionaries or nonprofits with missionaries, this is a great platform for them. So very large organizations and mega churches are not a best fit, and we just want to bring that up to you right away so that you don't head out as your first client trying to get a mega church. So if you have any clients that you have an in with, definitely a good nonprofit or church to approach. Let's take a look here at 10 great reasons clients choose Continue to Give. So if any church or nonprofit asks, here's some of the great reasons that other people have decided to stay with Continue to Give. We're award-winning. We are a faith-based organization, built on principle with integrity, secure and PCI compliant, better pricing options. We have the complete system. That's giving plus the management and the accounting system. Now keep in mind that complete system is a big deal right now because that's 3 different companies, 3 different systems that they would normally have to deal with, research, and pay for. So a lot going on with our all-in-one system. We have more features, fantastical support, excellent reviews, and of course we make giving easy with the text, app, and kiosk giving options. All right, So the first thing we want to talk about here is the ISO resource page. So what's the ISO resource page and why is it so important? So I'm just going to scroll over here. So the ISO resource page is going to be where it's at for you. So when you come to continue to give, you're going to be able to scroll all the way down to the footer and you're going to see the reseller link. So go ahead and click on that link. Now this is going to be your document repository. This is where you're going to come for the latest and greatest information. So you don't need to be making copies elsewhere, just always come here. So what we've got going here, we've got a great video that you can watch that explains a little bit more about why you should resell Continue to Give. Definitely a great idea if you have other reps and you want to show them, again, bring them to this page, show them this page, show them this video. Just kind of talks a little bit about Continue to Give and how our program works. Then we've also got some great marketing materials for you. So that's one of the reasons this page is going to be so great. So we've made some really amazing ads. So if you were to click on, say, example, this ad, it's going to take you to YouTube, and you can be free to use this ad anytime you want. And I'm not even going to show the whole ad, but you can see this is a quality made ad and there's more ads there. So we have a number of different ads right there that you can use. We have a slideshow demo that you can use. We've got recorded demos. So I've done demos of the product that you can watch for your own benefit. You can show potential clients. We've even made some great handouts that you can use. So for example, here is one of the handouts. So you can print this handout front and back, whether you're a bank or you're going door to door as a rep. You can hand these out to your churches and nonprofits. So we have great resources there. We even have the raw files here. So if you want to hand them out with your phone number and your name on, you're more than welcome to do that. We've got images and logos you can use. And then we even have a board meeting document. So you can print that out, take that to the board meeting with you. It's got some questions and answers on it. So that'll be great for you. And also, if you want us to make some changes to the handouts, just contact us. We work with some designers. We can get them printed out and changed and sent over to you. So we're more than happy to do that. It'll also walk you through the process of getting started, scheduling your demo with our team, and tell you which payment processors we're working with. So you definitely want to use this as a main resource. On this page, you'll also find more than just that. As you scroll down, we got some questions and answers. So great place for you to go through if you have some common questions. For example, how should I price my merchant account? And you've forgotten, you can always come back here. Next, the sales process. So what should you be expecting when you start presenting Continue to Give? So like I mentioned before, start smart. Don't go for the mega church as your first lead. They'll take up a lot more time and there's a lot fewer of them. Use our handout that I just showed you to introduce Continue to Give. Go over the benefits with them. Explain to them that they get better rates if they go through you instead directly through Continue to Give. The whole idea here is that you can set them up with a merchant account for a little less fees than what we set them up with, and that's kind of your in so that they come with you and then sign up with a bring your own merchant account. Then send them over to Continue to Give to fill out the demo form. It's really great because we've built out an automated sales process. So you really want to put that to your advantage. So have them come over to Continue to Give, fill out that demo form. It's going to show them a great video, a great demo that's going to answer most of their questions. And it's also going to start emailing them. It's going to get them on a drip campaign so they don't forget about Continue to Give, and it's going to let them know about our great features. It's also going to follow them around with ads on Facebook and other networks. So as they're browsing the internet or Facebook, they're going to see ads reminding them, hey, come back and sign up for Continue to Give. So again, get them over to Continue to Give, have them fill out the demo form, and get them in that automated sales process that we have set up. Then once they're really feeling everything, you might want to go to their board meeting. They probably have some scheduled. If they're really hands-on client, feel free to go to that board meeting. Once they're all ready to sign up, that's when you get them a merchant account. So you don't have them sign up on Continue to Give until after you've created their merchant account with your favorite payment processor, whether it's Payrock, Clearant, Elevon, or whoever it might be. Get the merchant account, get the gateway keys, and then send them over to Continue to Give to finish the sign-up process. Then comes the sign-up process. Now let the organization do the actual sign-up process. So after your organization has a merchant account and gateway keys, have them sign up on our website. Have them choose the partner option during the gateway choice. And then the sign-up process will walk them through each step. So I'm just going to show you what that looks like here. So once people are on the Continue to Give website, let's say for example they're on our home page, you've told them to come here, you've told them all about Continue to Give, and you're doing what I told you is a really good idea. Just have them do the demo first so that they can learn more. I'll just put in my name as Test Jesse. And hopefully your client will fill in real information here. And that might be a church or a nonprofit, so I'm going to put church right there, and then we've got the Church of Christ. And is what this will do, which will be really helpful for you, for them, it takes them right to a page with a pre-recorded live demo that they can watch. So they're going to get most of their questions answered right here, which is great. And it's just going to keep prompting them to sign up. So when they're ready to sign up, they'll just be able to start this sign up process here. So first they start out as a person, they give their name and make a login for themselves. And then we've gone ahead and we've put some help up here. So once your client's registering, if they need help, they can call our support line directly. They can chat live with us. Then they just enter in their name. And then we're going to get we'll just say we're in Alaska. And then they continue. Now keep in mind that you've already set them up with a merchant account. So then they come here and we ask them, hey, which way do you want to go? So we can set you up with a merchant account or using a merchant account one of our partners has set up for you. And it just lets them know there's a choice coming up. So when they click start, they're just going to go right here. I am working with a C2G partner already. So they're going to come here and let's say they're working Payrock, or maybe you're working with Clearant or Elevon. You just put it in right here, so you tell them ahead of time. So if you're one of our first bank resellers, you type that in here. You'd give them the PIN to the gateway, whatever the PIN number is, and then you'd put your name in here as the agent. And then save and continue. So this is their bank information, and we need this information because this is actually how we bill the client for our software fees. So it just has them enter in their bank name. Then they continue. So as you can see, they're not filling out a full merchant application here because you've already done that with them. You've already set them up with your merchant account. And then from there, it really just becomes settings with our own website. For example, what's your goal? Maybe it's $10,000. And there's different settings that they can go through on here. They can read each one and they'll be able to just set up different things, and then they'll be able to upload their picture here. So maybe they have a great church image. Just able to save it here. And then if it's a church, naturally we ask them, hey, why don't you go ahead and order your kiosk? So we've got click here to order, or they can order it later. So we really just walk everybody through in a great way here. So then it takes them right to their dashboard. Now at this point, our customer service will need just to confirm everything and enter in their credentials. So right there, it's just letting them know they're not quite ready, but that'll be done very quickly. Now the great thing is that our onboarding process is very automated. So it kind of walks them through the different steps so they can create any number of purposes. And then we've got getting started guides. So your clients will be able to watch these videos. They can click on any of our different articles that explain how to do things. They can even schedule their own setup meeting. So the great thing is that once they're in our software will help kind of automate the whole onboarding process, and our support team will be there with them. So once they schedule their setup meeting, that's with our support team. You can pretty much be hands off at this point in time. So they'll be using our software, they'll have your merchant account in there, and everything should go pretty smooth from this point on. All right, so you just saw the sign up process. Like I said, after your organization has a merchant account and gateway keys, have them sign up on our website. They can choose the partner option during the gateway choice, and the sign up process, as you saw, we'll just walk them through each step. So we just try to make everything very easy, very automated. And then the onboarding process. Like you saw, once it takes me to my dashboard, our system has a lot of great things for the onboarding. It's got videos, it's got help articles. They can even schedule their one-on-one onboarding meeting with us. So all that works out great. We know that every client is different. So you may have some clients, if they're larger, they may want you there, maybe bring in the kiosk and use it. So always be prepared to work with your client in the way they like to be worked with. But a lot of them are self-starters, and our software just really shows them how to get set up. So you don't have to worry about that too much. And also we have automated emails that go out to them once they get started, kind of walking them through the next steps. And we continue to email them to help better familiarize them with our software and how to put it to better use for them. So that's great. And then, like I said, all these different options for them. And ongoing support. So how does ongoing support work? Well, the great thing for you is that once fully signed up, Continue to Give will fully support your client within our software. So we really want you to focus on sales, learn as much as you need to know for the sales. But once it comes to supporting and asking really detailed questions, once they're already using our software, we'll be able to take care of it from there, which is really great. All right, and moving on to questions and answers. So just want to go over some of the common questions we have and give you some answers just to clarify everything, make sure you're all ready to be as successful as possible. So one of the things people ask is, who signs up the merchant account? I know that can get a little confusing. The answer here is you. Keep in mind, that's one of the great things about Continue to Give, is you're signing the merchant up with their own merchant account. That's your merchant account, your MID. We do not get involved there. There's no rev shares with us. It's just between you and your merchant processor that you use. So that's really great for you. So That just means get them their merchant account, then they come over to Continue to Give to finish the sign up process with Continue to Give, as I showed in the video earlier. Okay, what about forms with Continue to Give? We are no longer having forms for people to fill out. I know some of you have our older forms. We're no longer using those forms. We have a one size fits all pricing, which does not need a form anymore. It's a great pricing option that we have. So if you've already shown that form to a client, we'll still honor it, we'll still use it. But going forward, just try to use the pricing right from our pricing page to show people, and the form's not needed. So that way there's not a lot of questions back and forth, not a lot of explaining. All right, another one we get a lot is the handoff process. This is more of an assumption than a question, so I just want to clarify some of the different handoff practices that we have going on here. So in the ideal scenario, the way it'll work is you'll introduce Continue to Give and your payment processing to your church or nonprofit that you know. And after you introduce, you'll explain to them. So a lot of the upfront work, of course, in the sales is you. You need to know enough about our software to get them hooked and enough to get them ready to sign up. So the ideal handoff spot is after you've given them a merchant account and you send them to Continue to Give to sign up. So once they sign up on Continue to Give, that's when our team takes over supporting them within our software. So that's the ideal handoff position. Let me give you an example of what is not ideal, just because, it's always good to know. A not ideal position is when the church gives us a call and say, hi, I'm working with a payment processor A, and he told me to check out Continue to Give. So I'm calling you. He told me you guys would tell me everything I need to know. So that's not ideal, right? The client should already know a lot coming from you and all the resources that we give you on the resources page. So don't send cold leads over to Continue to Give, please. All right, and then how to price the merchant account. So we want to just make sure that everything is crystal clear about how our software works, what our prices are, and how together we can save them a lot of money and also make this a really good residual merchant account for you. So let's jump into that. So on our website, we've got our pricing. You can go to church or nonprofit, which actually the pricing is the same. Missionary and personal, you don't have to worry about. You're not going to be signing up merchant accounts for people who want to raise $100. And missionaries actually go through the nonprofit merchant account that you set up. So let's just take a quick look here. First off, you're going to be able to save them a lot of money. That's a huge selling point. You may ask, how are we going to be able to save them a lot of all this money? Well, there's two reasons. The first is because of our all-in-one system. They're going to be getting the accounting and the management software as well with great savings. And the second is not only do the other programs charge the merchant fees, they also charge really high software fees on top of that just for their giving program. So when you're in their pricing, if you compare them to, say, PushPay, you can easily, just on the giving side, save thousands of dollars a year. And even more depending on how you price your merchant account. And then the Blue's the management software. You can see it's quite large because a lot of organizations charge a really hefty price for their management software. And then the accounting software as well. So we're really going to be able to save them a lot of money, which is a really good selling point for you. And a lot of those savings comes from the software fee, so you don't have to skimp too much on the payment processing side. So let's just take a look. So this is kind of industry standard right here, around $29 a month for 2.7%. Or if they want to get in at $0 a month, it's almost 3%. So this is really a common choice right here. People want to get in at those lower price ranges. The organizations that want to get in for free, we're going to be talking about really small organizations. So I tend to, the ISOs tend to stay away from those organizations because they are so small. So once you get into people that are processing $5,000 or more a month, this starts making a lot of sense. So this is a good guideline to go off of. So when a merchant comes in, I just want to be clear, I know this can be confusing. They can get a merchant account through Continue to Give for this price. Now, any organization coming through you, they're going to be coming over here. You've already explained to them you're the payment processor. You've already explained to them that this is their price with Continue to Give. So keep in mind, you want to beat the $30 a month. So we charge $10 a month for our software. So that would mean you probably don't want to charge more than, say, $15 a month for your merchant account. So if you were going to charge $15 a month plus the 10, that's 25. They're still saving money. Another thing I want to bring up is we do charge a transaction fee, and that's just because when you bring really large organizations, we need to scale our price with that a little bit because they require a lot more work supporting them. They're always requiring more development work. So we also have to scale with the size of the organization. And we do that by charging 15 basis points and 5 cents a transaction. Now that's a really small fee, so that also gives you a lot of leeway in your own pricing. So if you were to charge, say, 2.5% and 20 cents, you're still beating Continue to Give's rates. So you can still show them a savings going through you. So it really works out that way. So just to wrap it all up, in general, I would suggest no more than $15 a month for that merchant account and no more than 2.6% on the payment processing. And of course, you can work it other ways. You can do pass-through rates or however you want, but that's kind of your goal in the pricing. And then another big thing in the pricing is, how about the church management and the accounting? Is that free? That is an add-on. So here are our prices. Our advanced church management system or donor management system with all these features starts out at $40 a month and 3 cents per contact. So if you have like 230 people in your church, you're only paying $46 a month. And not you, the church. So that is a great selling point. And you may ask, well, how does that compare to other softwares out there? Well, let's take a look at Church Community Builder. You've probably heard of Church Community Builder, CCB. So their packages start out $220 a month for a 250 person church. If they have 500 people in their church, they're $350 a month for this software. This is not online giving, this is just the church management software. So you can see you can go pay $350 a month or $46 a month. And if people want to know, you can slide this scale for them to see what it's going to be. So huge software savings there. And our fund accounting package is only $29 a month. And that is made specifically for churches and nonprofits. So it's actually better than QuickBooks because it's a true fund accounting system. So great news on the pricing there. You've got plenty of room to work with your merchant account. You can also show them a huge savings on the software fees with the donor management and the fund accounting as well. So I hope that answered most of your questions there. So now you should be ready to start the sales process. You should be ready to head over to our ISO resource page, get all the ads, get all the videos you need for showing your organization or at least yourself so you have a good idea of what our software does. A lot of great resources there. You'll be confident at how they sign up, where they put in your gateway details, confident on pricing. So I'm really excited that you'll be able to go out with confidence to the churches and nonprofits in your area and set them up with a continue to give account that makes you money and saves them money. So that's really it. I just want to thank you for coming to today's webinar. If you have any questions, you can always reach out to our support team. We're here from you. We want to see you succeed. We want to succeed with you. So thank you very much. Have a great day and God bless.